Billy, where you at?
All right,
what am I
okay.
doing here?
We're going to have another Billy episode soon. You just wait.
That's a Billy episode.
That's where you host the episode.
Oh no, that was bad. That didn't go well.
Hey, I enjoyed that one. That was fun. All right.
There we go. This week we're
All right, son of a gun. He lost his hosting privileges. How? That's like your prop you have down there, isn't it? It's
It
like
is.
you keep it there for your prop.
it's over here, away from everything else, so it doesn't
So I don't
contaminate anything.
He hides it and tucks it down under there so that I don't see it when I'm doing stuff. So that it always sits here just as out of my mind. Like,
So I can just whip it out and be like, Lord Calvert.
yeah, excuse me while I whip this out. Okay, let's get into what we're actually drinking. Come on.
Okay, fine.
You're like, okay, that looks like that might be a little bit better.
I don't know. I'm always a little leery of these light colored ones.
Right? This one here is Colorado whiskey from Mystic Mountain in Larkspur, Colorado. Although I went to the tasting room in just north of Denver. I don't know if it's Denver, whatever place that is north of Denver. Anyways, I had a good night that night where they let us taste and sample pretty much everything they made that night.
That's a new bottle. I could tell from the glug.
Yeah, glug 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 glug. So
you tasted everything.
yeah, and I got to say that everything I had there tasted pretty good. But if I remember one thing about drinking any this stuff was it was easy to drink. It was incredibly smooth, not a lot of complexity to it, but it was really pleasant and always good to drink, So I'm thinking this is going to be, and it's been a while since I've had this, that it's gonna go down easy, hopefully. Just be what we would consider just really smooth. I don't know anything much about this other than they say it's distilled 3 times and filtered 8 times. He jumped on that. Look at that.
This is what I do now. I'm the reader. Ace's High Whiskey is slowly distilled 5 times using
5
lower
times.
temperatures and then sent through our filtering process 8 times over. It may take a little more time, but their premium quality and unique, smooth taste of Ace's High Whiskey is worth it. Handcrafted and bottled with pride in Larkspur, Colorado.
Yeah.
Distilled from grain and bottled by Mystic Mountain. Let's see, what is this? 40% again.
Yep.
Well, that's cool. We can.
Nice and low. And this is premium American whiskey, so it's not
Doesn't
it's
smell good at
grain
all.
whiskey. Doesn't smell good at all. No. Does he not like Colorado whiskey? I don't think there's a Colorado whiskey you've had that you like.
Is this like the moonshine that they poured through the bottle real quick and was like, here you go?
So this, remember the
the
moonshine
barrel.
from episode 1? This
Yeah.
is the exact same company.
See, I'm smart. I'm whiskey smart
Yeah,
now.
think about that. He could go back and this is like that moonshine. In my experience, when they
smell like.
distill it so many times, or not distill it, but filter it so many times, that really takes out anything that might be, we'll call it character that people might find offensive, and so it's going to be very smooth and easy
Domesticated.
drinking. Yeah.
This is domesticated whiskey.
So I think it's going to be more similar to that Jack Daniel's Gold, where they run it through extra filtration.
I don't know. It smells like. No, okay. It doesn't. This has a bunch of caramel flavor in it.
Yeah.
It doesn't smell very complex, though.
No, I don't think it will be complex at all. And I don't ever remember it being complex, just an easy to drink, right?
I kind of get some sweetness in there.
Yeah.
Okay, this smells different than anything else I remember smelling.
Okay.
I do smell that kind of moonshine type alcohol in there. But it does have something on top of that that's
Yeah. And it is light, so
really catching my...
can't imagine that it's been aged for a long time.
Okay, I'm kind of getting excited to try it now because of that scent I'm picking up.
All right, good.
It is sweet.
Yeah, it is.
It didn't say anything about that.
Nope. How sweet it was?
What's in it?
I don't know. I can't find any information on them as far as like what their mash bill is. Like if it's corn, if it's wheat, rye, nothing like that. Just
Okay, it's not overly sweet. It's not like the. I'm gonna whip this out again. Okay, it's not. This has the sugar sweetness.
yeah,
Like of the
and Crown Royal and
Yeah, kind of like that little bit of that caramel sweetness, but this doesn't. It's sweet, but it doesn't have that flavor at all. It's not
No.
a
this
caramel
this
flavor.
is very sweet, but it's also light.
Let me get rid of this because
Yeah, we don't want them to mistake what we're drinking here. Like,
I'll whip it out one more time. I bet. Hey, this is interesting.
well, it's like a $20 bottle, so
I don't think I'd buy it, but it's interesting, right?
you'd buy the Sexton for 30, but not this for 20.
Well, yeah, this is a cheap bottle that's like, what are you gonna do with that? Look at this guy in the front. You guys see this guy?
He's a dealer, man.
He's like, just like, he doesn't even know he's getting his photo taken. He's dreaming about going home and somebody snapped his photo. He's just standing there and they're like, and like, what are you doing? I was like, we're putting that on the bottle. Congratulations, you're famous.
All right. I don't know how much more I have to say about it.
I wish I knew what this flavor was.
It's not the normal corn sweetness, right?
No, it's not like it's almost like there's a you know how sometimes like apple juice is sweet but it doesn't really taste like apples?
Yeah.
It's kind of giving me a little bit of a reminder of that.
Okay.
Or maybe like a white grape or something.
Yeah, there's
It smells a little fruity, but I just can't place what it is.
yeah, I could get that.
I'm thinking apple. There's like some apple. He's like poured a little apple juice in there.
It is about that color, isn't it?
Yeah, they're like top secret ingredient, apple juice.
This is just 40 or 80 proof apple juice. That's all it
It's like
is.
some college kid was like, try this. And they're like, hey, that's pretty good. What's the secret? Apple juice. Like, all right, don't tell nobody.
What is that, a flaming Homer?
Flaming Homer?
You don't remember that?
Go.
Simpsons, of course, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where he's mixing up a drink and he like accidentally dumps in some of the cough syrup. And then like lights it on fire because like the sister-in-law's cigarette like drops in there, the ash or something, and then he tastes it and it's great. So then he has Mo make it, and then it becomes Flaming Moe's and he all big and stuff. And apparently this guy doesn't watch The Simpsons much.
Maybe that show came out like 40 years ago.
So did we.
And we're both still here.
All right, what do you think? Yay, nay? Eh. Easy to drink? Not very complex, right?
It tastes like just some not real strong alcohol with a little bit of juice in it.
There you go.
Kind of.
Yeah.
It's not a lot though. It's subtle flavor, so it's kind of like it keeps you wanting to just take another sip to try to figure out what it is.
Yeah. It is like, there you go.
But yeah, I wouldn't.
There's like a flavor in there. There's not multiples.
I don't know if I'd want to drink it more than once. But it's not bad.
I'm not getting any burn from it at all.
Yeah.
You know, that's where I said smooth, you know, and I think that's where that filtration comes from, is they filter it 8 times and it gets rid of, you know, a lot of the more bold flavors that might come through. And I think it makes it a little easier to drink. It gets rid of that ethanol burn. And
how much is this?
Well, we said $20.
I think this would be good mixed with just a little something maybe.
I could see that. Like, this is a light enough flavor, like something like a Moscow Mule. They call it like a brown mule or whatever when you make it with whiskey instead of vodka. And they'll make it with like bourbons, but I've tried it with bourbon before, and I just don't care for the bourbon flavor on top of the ginger. But if you use something like an Irish whiskey, like a Jameson, or I think even this would go well with it, honestly.
I can actually see. So the Moscow Mule has ginger in it.
Yeah, ginger beer.
I bet this would be good with that.
Yeah, I
Like
do too.
I think I've had one of those a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I don't have many mixed drinks, but I can picture this going well with some ginger.
I think I really could. Like, yeah, a couple ounces of this with a few ounces of ginger beer and a squeeze of lime.
Yep.
That's a
you
Moscow
guys should
Mule.
do that. Tell us how it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I think that would go well with it. All right. So, Aces High. Drink it in a nice Moscow Mule. It'll make it good. We haven't tried it yet, but maybe we should. I don't know. Do we need to do that at one point? I don't have any ginger beer upstairs.
I want somebody else to try it and tell us what this sweetness is.
Yeah. Hey, if you've tried it, yeah, tell us what that flavor is that we not catch.
Because it's kind of good. I mean, the overall thing, I don't think the overall it's good, but like that sweetness is, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
something that keeps you coming back. Yeah. It'll be one of those where he's like, no. And then he'll be like, you know what? For $20, I'd buy that and do that again. Like, try it all over.
I don't know. I think it's fun for a glass. You have a glass, you try to figure out what's in it. You're like, what's that mystery flavor? And
No, that's what you do with like Stag Junior.
Stag Junior, what was that?
That was that really strong one. That was pretty sweet. Not quite as sweet as that 1792, but that was that like 64 proof or percent.
I don't think I have the greatest memory of this show.
No. It's something might happen from, after you imbibe a bit of alcohol, especially those high proofs. That's probably because that was the one we did on the high proof blind tasting, full proof. And yeah, you probably don't have much memory after drinking those.
Pear. I wonder if it's pear.
Pear?
Got a little pear in there.
Dude, it could be.
Maybe just take like a little concoction of pear, white
Apple.
grapes, and some apple. And
Yeah.
And that's what it is. I'm going to go with that. Okay, it's kind of good. I'm so on the fence about this, about it
Yeah,
being
dude,
good
like-
or not good.
I could see that kind of thing. Yeah. All right.
All right, let's get out of here.
Cheers, everyone. Join us next week.